A few years ago, I made a huge mistake. I convinced myself that something was true that was just not, and it caused me to lose a lot of time. I had been going out to restaurants, and every time I'd go out to a restaurant or a bar, I'd look it up online to find the website for the place, whether it was for contact information, phone number, reservation, photos, menu, any of these things. And more often than not, I wouldn't be able to find a website. And most often if I found anything, it would be a Facebook page or maybe just a Google listing. And I thought for sure that these businesses knew they wanted a website. I figured they hadn't gotten to it because maybe it was too expensive. They didn't have time, didn't know where to start, or for whatever reason. But I knew in my mind that they would want one and just didn't have one yet. And I used these coding and data scraping things that I've been screwing around with, and I figured out a way to automatically generate beautiful mobile-friendly websites for any business, assuming it had really any online presence, whether it was Google listing, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. As long as it was out there, I would find it and automatically find it and pull in this information and make this nice looking website. Well, I didn't bother talking to anyone about it. I was like, this is it. This is my $1 million idea. I'm going to crush it. I just got to get this thing done, and that's it. I'm good. So I spent a month or two building this thing. It was awesome. And as soon as I started shopping around, I took it out in person. I at least did that much. I took it in person to show people. And it turns out that not only was my assumption wrong, but my assumption was completely backwards. Not were they having a Facebook page looking to get a website. It was the other way around. They went from a website. Many of them had already had websites, and they got rid of it in favor of their Facebook page, telling me, we don't need a website. Facebook is all we need. It's got everything we need. Everyone's already on Facebook. It's perfect. And I could not believe it. And it blew my mind. And this wasn't something that I could convince them otherwise of. This was something that they felt was true. And I could argue that they should have a website, but that wasn't really a battle I wanted to fight with this tool that I had built that I was planning to charge maybe $100 a year for or something. I thought it was a scale thing. I thought it would be a no-brainer for them, but it turned out not to be. And that was one of my big lessons in being really careful of the assumptions we make, and almost especially if we are really convinced of something, we should really look into it and talk to people and try to confirm what we believe to be true as early as possible.